everyone's having a blessed morning. I am having a blessed morning. Yes, I am. So, um, hold on one second. I'm sorry. So, I'm back with a. I always say my stories are good, even though because the reason why I say my stories are good is the way that I break it down, and it's the way that I bring awareness to us. This story, um, it popped up. The story popped up in my information because I used to live in PA. I used to live in Harrisburg. I used to live in Harrisburg. I know exactly where this spot is at. And in Harrisburg, there are a lot of people that have homes, right? And they have homes. They got a one family house, and they got around maybe like four bedrooms, right? And they rent their rooms out for money. They rent their rooms out for money, stuff like that. You don't got nowhere to live. They rent them out. You can get a lot of those on Craigslist, basically, right? I want to talk about this the life story of um, Dwight Tubman. I want to talk about his story. I don't know the man. I don't know him. I don't know him. But I want to talk. I want to talk about this story when you're trying to change your life around. I was coming from a dark place in your life. This entity always find a will and way to bring you back in. Either he gets somebody to kill you and murder you, or you end up in jail. That's yeah, that's only the two things. Either you die by somebody else's hand, or you end up in jail for the rest of your life, or you end up um cremated or whatever. Something bad is happening to you when you embark on a struggle of changing your life. When you start to change your life around, when you want to get your life together, when you don't want to use drugs anymore, you don't want to do violence anymore, you don't want to rob people no more, you don't want to do any of these things no more. You don't want to do any of these things no more. This evil demonic devil always is following you, always got his claws in you for some reason before you start to change your life around, basically. So I'm gonna break it down just a little bit. How you doing? Everyone hit the thumbs, likes. How you doing, Turkey? Lady Kiki, amazing people, great American history. Big dog stepper around this YouTube platform. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. How you doing? How you doing? I'm glad you're tuning in. When you start to change your life around for the betterment, I'm telling you, I know it all too well. What's up, Broski? What's up? How you doing? What's up, Lit? How you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. When you start to change your life around, you gotta watch your back. You have to watch your back because if you don't watch your back, it's either two things that's gonna happen to you. Either you gotta pay your dues to the piper, meaning somebody gonna try to off you and kill you, or you're gonna end up in jail for the rest of your life. Because when you are in the streets, right? Now, I'm gonna keep it real with you. And this anybody that used to, do these murder, death, kill acts used to be in the street, selling drugs, doing violence upon people, having people do violence upon you, right? When you are on when you are on the blink of changing your life, I mean you change your life. You don't no more want to serve the devil. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You don't want to serve the devil. You don't want to serve evil. You don't want to do evil no more. You want to start praying. You want to go to church. You want to become Muslim. You want to change your life around because you know that um This life is lying to you. It's backdooring you. It's backdooring you. Before I'm telling you, before you start to change your life around, a lot of bad is going to come to you. A lot of bad is going to come to you. That's just how it go because this murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic way of life, you still owe him. There's still certain deeds that you need to do for him, right? He said that he's going to let you go, but he's not going to let you go. The only way you're going to go is death in jail for the rest of your life. Death in jail for the rest of your life, or you're going to be crippled. You're going to be paralyzed. That's all. When you deal with this murder, death, kill life, that's what happens. That's what happens, right? So I was reading a story about Dwight um about Dwight. I don't know the brother. Yeah, Tubman. He lived in. I think he was from Baltimore. He was from Baltimore. He got in a lot of problems out there in Baltimore. Whatever he was doing to make ends meet, he was doing. He was running around the streets. He was running around the streets. I mean, running around the streets, doing any and everything, into everything, in his life. So him and his fiance, um, her last name is Tucker. They moved to PA. They moved to PA. They moved over there on Harrisburg. So he's getting his life together. He's getting off drugs. He's going to drug program. He's going to um the alternative for violence program. He's doing everything that he can to change people, places, and things. This is exactly what he did. Change people, places, and things. He moved out of Baltimore. He moved to PA, Philly. Baltimore, Philly is right next to each other. Baltimore and PA is right next to each other. Even DC, all that is right next to each other. It is. So he moved. He moved, getting so much trouble, problem, in and out of jail, in and out of drugs, you know, and in the process, he lost his brother to a stabbing. His brother got murdered to a stabbing. His mom's passed away. So there was a lot of stuff that was going on with him. A lot of stuff that was going on with him. As I read the story, his fiance was saying that he started changing his life around. He started listening to nobody really wanted to be around with him because he's in that life. You in that life. You grimy. You backstabbing people. You doing whatever you want to do. You doing whatever you want to do. You understand what I'm saying? And you doing a good job according to this murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic way of life. This entity. I call it an entity. You want to call it the devil? I call it an entity. So he's doing this. Change his life around after living a life of crime, after living a life of evil, right? And actually doing the work of this entity, the entity telling him what to do, the entity probably telling him who to stab, who to shoot, who to kill, who to backdoor, when to go to jail, when to come out of jail. The entity's telling you all of that. So you listen to this entity. What I'm saying, in it's the thought. It's the thought, it's the image, it's the whisper that you're listening to. And that's what a lot of people listen to. And they start to do these acts. Because there's a whisper they're telling you to do these acts. That's why you do it. That's why you do it. Because you think you're gonna get away. But it backdoor you in the end. In the end, it backdoor you. So, he started working in Wendy's. He really never had a job in his life. He's always been in the street. Always been in the street, right? Worshiping this entity. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. A lot of people worship this entity. I even at one time worshiped the entity. Yes, I did. I worshiped the entity, doing what the entity want me to do, meaning doing evil acts upon people, hurting people, doing these things, and I paid. So he's working. He's building up his resume. He's building up his work ethic. He was telling her, maybe now I can get a job in the warehouse. So now you get a job in the warehouse, people can trust you now. You build up enough work history and enough work ethic that people want to trust you now because you constantly in the street. You don't got no work history. Nobody wants you on the job, right? You could be a threat. You could be a liability. You could be anything. But he's trying. He's trying. He's trying. But this evil's right on his heels. The evil don't want him to try. The evil still want him. This entity still want him to do acts of violence, acts of murders, acts of selling drugs. You understand what I'm saying? So um he rented an he's renting out a room. He was renting out that room out in Harrisburg. And that area over there, Kingston over there, that area is very dangerous. And Harrisburg right there is very dangerous to be written out. You just can't be written out any room anywhere. It's illegal. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. There's a lot of stuff that's lurking in the darks and the shadows. And it goes down. They said that he rented out this room, right? And his fiance kept begging him. She's like, "Baby, please, please, just come home." She had an eerie feeling about the place. That right there, that's a sign right there. Whatever was sending her a sign, whatever was sending her a sign about him, that was the Alpha Omega, the creator. That's what it was. It was the Alpha Omega, the creator, sending her a sign about him. About him. If she don't tell him and she don't talk to him, right, and he don't listen, that would be his last day on earth, or his last week on earth, or whenever it's coming to him. Something was warning her about him, but something wasn't warning him about himself. That was cloaked. That was cloaked. That was kept for him. This barbaric, evil, twisted, demonic cloaked the signal because he's already too much into the evil. Do you understand that? You too much into the evil. So it's not going to really send you no signs. It's not going to really send you no signs. I'm talking about when things about to happen to you. This is why it's really, really important to listen to, my content, man. I tell you some real good stuff, man, because I've been in that life. I know better. I'm not in that no more. I worship the Alpha Omega, the creator everything in existence, right? I have not been in that life for years, years and years and years and years. And I'm telling you, it's a mother to get out of it. It's a mother. It's not easy to get out of it because this murder, death, kill. You did a contract with it. You did a contract with it. You told it that you was gonna kill people, that you was gonna shoot people, stab people, backdoor people, steal from people, go in and out of jail. That basically you was gonna sacrifice your life to uphold this evil. Basically, you're not saying it out your mouth, but the acts that you're doing saying that you upholding evil. And in life that you do that, it gives you anything that you want. That's what it says. But it's a lie. Because you still be struggling in that life. You still be struggling. You could be doing, say I shot somebody or say I did something. Right? I'm just saying. You won't get no money. You won't get no clothes. You won't get no sneakers. A lot of those guys that's doing that stuff is for sneakers and clothes and food. For sneakers and clothes and food. Sometimes it's not even for it. It's just for a rep. It's just for a name. You see how ignorant that is? Just for a name, I'm going to sacrifice my life for this entity, for a name in the street of me being a top gunner, a top shooter, a top killer. This is all I'm getting. And once I get caught, I get 10 to life, 15 to life, 20 to life. You see how backdoor you? You don't get nothing out of it. You don't get no materialistic stuff out of it. Majority of people that live this life, it backdoor you. It backdoor you in the end. So um she had an eerie feeling. She like, listen, babe, please, please don't go. Please don't go. Just come home. Come back home. Because he wanted to have a feeling of him being independent, of him living on his own. He never lived on his own. He never lived on his own. He never lived on his own. So this was like the first time they was living together. But he wanted to do this. I don't know why. I guess she wanted him to be a man, but she had a very ill feeling about that place in Harrisburg. And if you lived in Harrisburg, PA, you know how Harrisburg, PA is called these places. It's called the Hill and Uptown. These places, like in New York, right? Brooklyn and the Bronx, the Hill and Uptown are just like the Brooklyn and the Bronx. They are treacherous. There, I'm the same. There's a hood everywhere, all around America, and these are the two hoods right here, right? That's in Harrisburg. Is the Hill and Uptown. The Hill, Uptown, very dangerous places for out of towners that don't know. That don't know. So I recommend for you be very, very careful. Tread lightly. Don't go to them bars because they don't have clubs. They got bars. They got bars. And I'm telling you, don't go to those bars if you are planning on moving to Harrisburg, PA. I love Harrisburg, PA. I was always good in Harrisburg, PA. I lived there for a couple of years and I did very well there. I don't know what type of time people be on when they move out there, but you got to be very, very careful. That's all I'm saying. Very, very careful when you moved out there. So she had a very ill feeling about this place. A chill came over. She kept telling him, "Don't go, don't go, don't go." He was only there 2 nights. He wasn't even there for 2 nights. He got stabbed up and murdered. He got stabbed up and murdered. They stabbed him up and murdered. She kept calling his phone, FaceTiming him. She called the landlord, right? The illegal place is illegal. First of all, it was illegal. He made up some bogus lease, made some bogus lease up to him. He gave him $1,100 after working him saving up, gave the money to him, cash money. Probably gave him a bogus a bogus receipt, lying, and he was only in there for 2 days and he got killed. He got killed the second day, him being in there, he got killed. She was crying real bad. She told him she felt it. She felt it. Um, that something was gonna bad happen to him. She felt it, but he didn't feel it. He wanted to be a man. Let me tell you something. I'm telling all the people that's out there in this world, this is a very tragic story. Very tragic story. But the moral to the story is that when you are getting your life together, the first thing you got to do is change people, places, and things. I know and understand that. But you got to tread lightly because the acts that you have done in the community, in the society, to people in general, those are still on. Those acts that you did are still on. Whether you robbed somebody, whether you cut somebody, whether you shot somebody, whether you murder somebody, whether you in and out of jail, cutting people up, banging on people, that's still on. That's still on. Do you understand that? You need to change people, places, and things. And you need to change that inside your heart, mind, and soul. And you need to worship the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence. You need his help to help you to prevent them demons from taking you. I'm telling you, this is a spiritual realm, and a lot of people don't want to understand this. But I'm dropping jewels upon you. Now I send my condolences out to his family, to his loved ones, to his fiance. You know, um, this is it's a sad story. It's a very sad story, but this is a story where I wanted to talk about when you are changing your life. You got to watch your back because this demonic, evil, twisted, barbaric way of life do not want to let you go. It do not want to let you go. You got to still pay dues. You got to pay the piper, and the piper is this entity because you've been doing a good job for him, robbing and stealing from people, killing people, setting people up, whatever the case may be, whatever you was doing, you was in that life. You need to change your life over to the Alpha Omega. You and I'm gonna keep it real with you. You need to take your Shahada, become Muslim, so he can wipe your sins away. You need to take your Shahada. You need to become Muslim. I've been Muslim over 30 something years, yes. And I've been doing okay. And I used to live that life. I used to be in it. I was on that type of timing. I'm keeping real with you. I was on that type of timing. I wore those shoes and tried to wear those shoes. It didn't fit. I gave it back. I gave it back. I switched over to righteousness. I switched over to worshiping the creator, man. That's what exactly what I did. And it was not easy. Me getting here, it was not easy. I had to work. I had to work. I had to work. And in between that, you're gonna fall into pitfalls. You're gonna fall into dark spots in your life, man. I'm telling you, there's gonna be some dark time in your life where you want to switch back to the streets, and don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it because you are gonna pay. Once you make a pledge with the Alpha Omega, the Creator, you gotta stand on it. You can't, yo, listen, because the entity is waiting for you to do anything that's evil, so he can snatch your soul, so he can snatch you into the underworld. I'm telling you, man, this life exists. This life, people don't know it. They don't know what's up ahead. You need to talk to people that's lived it and survive it. And that's in it right now, that's still surviving. That's being an example for you and I. This life is serious, man. It is serious. With the blink of an eye, you could be gone and dead. Or you could be in jail for the rest of your life, man. This is a tragic story. This is when you are on the blink of changing your life around, when you're trying to find jobs, when you're trying to find a new house, when you're trying to find a new car. You just want to change your life. You want to change the scenery. You want to change living this evil life. You want to change there. I'm telling you, it's coming for you, brother. It is coming for you. You got to keep your eyes open and your head on the swivel. The entity is dead. There's going to be a lot of demons upon you because they don't want you to go. They don't want you to go to the other side to worship the Alpha Omega. They don't want you to have no children. They don't want you to have a car. They don't want you to fix your credit. They don't want you to have a wife. They don't want you to have a job. They don't want you to live in righteousness to worship him. They want you dead and gone. Do you understand that? Dead and gone. Dead and gone. It uses you to do acts. And this is for real, man. This is for real, man. This is why please like, share, subscribe, get this information out, man. I lived it. I survived it. I survived it. By the thanks of the creator, he helped me. There was many times that I ain't supposed to have made it. He stepped in and helped me. Because I've been here for a long time. Now I'm telling you, you're gonna run through some you're gonna run through some bumps in the road, some pit stops, some traps. You're gonna learn how you gotta have to learn, man. You gotta change your life around. It's not easy over here. It's not easy like over there. Over there it's easy to shoot and kill people and get what you want for fame, fortune, and riches. Over here, he's building strong people spiritually, strong worshipers of him that really believe in him and love him. When they see him. They want to worship him and they want to take care of their family. That's what he want. He just not going to give it to you like that so you could end up going back and forth, one foot in, one foot out. No, he don't want that. He wants strong people. Strong. That's who he building. He want to build you. He want to strip you of all that evilness that's upon you. There's a spell upon you. He want to strip you of that. And it's not going to be easy. Trust you me. You could be in the process and you can lose your life, man. You could be in the beginning process or you could be just starting out. You can lose your life just like that. And everything that you did will come up. Not the things that you're doing now. Only the ones that really love you will talk about the things that you're doing now. But all that darkness and all that evil gonna cover on what you was doing. Yeah, he deserved that. Nah, man, he did this and that. That's what they're gonna say. You need to take your shahadas, become Muslim. I'm telling you, become Muslim. Don't listen what none of these people say. Find the creator, and the creator will find you. Worship the creator and take it serious, man. Or when you are in the process of basically just cleaning your life and changing your life around, you're gonna have to ask the Lord for help. You're gonna have to ask the Almighty for help because He can only help you with this darkness. Nobody else can help. You can't do it on your own. You cannot do it. You're not strong enough. You still got the evil upon you. It's still upon you. You're going to need help. You're going to need help. I'm telling you, beloved, you're going to need help. So by you needing this help, right? You got to go to the Creator. And I recommend for you to take your shahadas. Say, Ashadu la ilaha illallah, Ashadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Say, there is no deity to be worshipped but one Creator, and that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the last messenger, is the last prophet. That's it. He's the last prophet. And then you start to go there. Go to the masjid. Keep going to the masjid. Keep going there. You got to start doing right. You cannot be left alone. When you are making a conscious decision of changing your life around, you have to understand that there's demons on you. There's spells on you for your soul to be dead or in jail. This is facts, man. This is facts. The reason why I'm talking like this is because I wish I would have known the brother to help the brother out, to help him out, to pull up and like, yo, listen, don't rent no room over here. There's a lot of deadness going on, shootings and killing, a lot of evils in that spot right there. Don't go there. Go over here. Do this. Let's go to the masjid first, brother. Let's take a shahada. Then you're gonna start to learn after that. You gotta put the work in. Put the work in. I'm not gonna just leave you like that because I know how it feel. I know how it feel when you are alone. You want to need somebody with strength, a physical person too. The Almighty gonna be there, right? The Almighty's gonna be there, but you're gonna need a person that got experience, that been in this life for a very, very long time. The spiritual realm, that been here and knows how things work, how the evil work, and how the creator works. Do you understand that? How this entity work and how the alpha omega work. You're gonna need somebody with experience that's gonna help you so this entity don't snatch you by the will of the creator. Do you understand that? You're gonna need somebody that's praying for you hard, that been here 10 toes down, that been what you was doing, that just started off. You're gonna need somebody to help you and train you. Don't go over there. Don't go over here. Don't go over there. Don't go do this. Don't do that. You're going to need that because the spiritual realm is going to be new to you. You don't know it. You don't know it. There's certain signs. There's certain ways. There's certain things inside of you going to tell you, don't go over here. Don't go over here. You're going to have to pinpoint it, and it takes time with experience. So I'm telling you that this story is very tragic. And I want to send my condolences out to his fiance and to all his friends and family that knew this man. You know, that in the thick of it, in the beginning of him processing his life of changing it, he got murdered because this entity backdoored him, whether they didn't want to believe it or not. Whether people want to believe in the spiritual realm, on the unseen world, right? Whether they want to believe it or not, it backdoored him. He didn't know. He didn't know. Or he knew a life of crime, or whatever the case may be. And I commend him for changing his life. It's just one thing that he just missed. He didn't go to the Alpha Omega, the Creator. You got to go to him because he the only one that could send down spells and send down things to cover you because you coming to him now. So now he's gonna work with you because you've been on that side for a very long time doing evil, going to jail, hurting people, beating people up, bullying people, whatever the case may be. You've been over there for a long time and you got darkness, and old ways that's in your mind, body, and soul that have to be eradicated with spirituality and with righteousness and with teaching. You're gonna need that. And you're gonna need someone to mentor you. You're gonna need that spiritually, straight up. Because if you're doing it physically, you're gonna get that, that's okay. But spiritually, that's the key, that's the foundation. And that's what this entity wants. It wants your spirit. It wants your foreverness to be dumb, deaf, and blind, and to be in hell forever and ever, even before you turn over your life. Maybe he's seen that in his life, or maybe he's seen he wasn't even taking a chance. I don't know if he's going to, become Muslim. I don't know his future. Take him out now and send somebody to take him out and kill him and stab him up and murder him. I send my condolences out to his family. His mother passed away. His brother got stabbed up. So, it's a lot going on in his mind. There's a lot going on that he's not seeing. It's surrounded, death surrounded, there's entities surrounding him. It wants him too. So, this is something to think about. This is a story to think about. When you change your life around, be on point. I'm telling you, be on point because it's not easy. Be on point. Be on point. I was there. I was there. But I'm now powerful, very powerful. I'm very powerful now, and it took a long time for me to get it. I'm very powerful. I've been over here in a long time in the spiritual realm. I've been over here for a very, 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 very long time. I just don't talk it. I live it. I eat it. I breathe it. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not easy to maintain it. Over here, all you got to do, once you're doing the right thing, all you got to do is maintain. Maintain. All you got to do is maintain your blessings. You don't got to keep procreating death, murder, kill, and violence. You don't got to keep doing that. All you got to do is keep maintaining, maintaining, maintaining. Keep going, fighting. Keep going, keep going. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Keep going to the darkness. Keep going because he's rebuilding you. He's rebuilding you and restructuring you for the spiritual realm. Do you understand that? What's going to come? And in between, you're going to have some blessings, but at the light of the tunnel, when you reach that light, it's going to be big blessing, and then it's going to be countless that's going to be coming to you. You're going to be like, Dad, I put so many years in. Now I'm starting to see the fruit of my labor. Then you're going to start seeing the fruit of your labor materialistically. Why? Whether it's money, whether it's children, whether it's everything in the process, he's going to bless you and protect you. But you have to still stay on point, man. You cannot get dibble and dabble in that life, in and out. You got to go all the way. You got to go all the way. You got to show him that you love him. You got to show him that you really, really changed. And this is no joke over here. And this is why most people don't want to do that. They don't want to work on themselves. This is why they choose that life because it's easy to do. But it's going to backdoor you for fame, fortune, and riches. It's going to murder, death, kill you. Your family going to be crying over you. I'm telling you straight up. I know it all too well. So thank you so much for tuning in to me, watching me. Please like, share, subscribing, and everything, man. This is a sad story. I send my love and my condolences to his family. This was a story of a reminder to wake us up, and it's sad. It's sad that he's beginning to change his life around. But the one thing he forgot to do is you gotta put the alpha omega on your side. You have to do that. You cannot do it on your lonely. You can't. You can't. Even though it allowed you to do it, and then as you reach your peak, you're doing this and that, you could get killed and murdered because you don't have the alpha omega, the creator, with you. The alpha omega, the creator, can protect you from things that you don't even see spiritually. You could be walking by the street, a car come out, boom, hit another car, and you almost got hit. Or something, it could be something, it could be a big shooting, or it could be something that's going on. Or you're supposed to win somewhere and something happened in your life. You go like, Dad, I'm supposed to have been there at that time and it didn't happen. You got to pay attention to things like that. That's him saving you. That's how this spiritual world works. That's right. I've been over here for a while. Don't listen to these individuals that's talking this book knowledge. Okay, what is that going to do? The mathematical pinpoint of the sun that's hitting the earth. How long does it take? How many light? What that's going to do for me? What is it doing for me? Did I know this stuff mathematically? If I'm evil with the side of my heart, soul, and mind, it's not going to help me. All this mathematical stuff, the scriptures and all this other stuff is not going to help me if I don't change my heart, soul, and mind. Do you understand that? You have to change your heart, soul, and mind. You have to fight. You have to fight. You hear me? I'm knocking on your door. You have to fight. You have to fight for your life, your physical life, which has a beginning and end. Do you understand that? And what he wants your foreverness, your spirit. He wants that. That's what he wants. He knows that he could destroy your physical body. He has a beginning and end. He can give you poison. He can give you this and give you that. He don't want you to know your foreverness, your spirit, your soul, on who you are. You are the Alpha Omega, the creator. Do you understand that? You are him and he is you, but with limitations. We procreate. You understand that? We procreate. We are him and he is us. He don't want you getting in tune with him and worshiping him. So it's a fight that's going on. It's a battle that's going on. And the Alpha Omega wants you. He wants you not just going to come over there. You've been doing this murder, death, kill with this entity for a long time. He send you over there. You try to backdoor him and do all this griminess, go back in the street shooting, killing people, stuff like that. A lot of these people, that's what they do. They can't handle it. They can't handle the pressure over here. But pressure builds great character. Do you understand that? It builds great character. It will build your spirit up. I'm telling you. And you will walk amongst evil strong, striding like this, strong, walking like this, with your head high up like this, walking through any and every block because you got the Alpha Omega, the Creator, and existing the Almighty right there with you, that's watching you, and you got other things that's there that's powerful, that's helping you. You upholding Him, and that's what He want. So I like to end my story of I love you. I hope and pray that I didn't say anything that disrespect anybody, that made somebody feel some type of way. But this story, I needed to get out, I needed to talk, and it needed to be a long story. Look, it's long. I didn't know I was going to go this long, but I just was talking from experience and giving your guys a heads up, man. You know, when you are changing your life around, it's only the beginning. You need help spiritually because you got these entities and devils and demonic is around you, lurking in the shadow, ready to take your soul and your spirit to a place that it cannot come back. Peace, y'all. Peace. Peace. Peace.